Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio.
With the big, bold flavour of HP sauce. Because summer is too good for just salad. The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
This is Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio, and I'm with Emily Dean and Alan Cochrane. Yes, they're back. You know, whenever I take money out of a cash, what they called?
A cash point, darling.
Yes, cash point. Hole in the wall things. I always sing.
That's where you take money out from, Alan.
I always sing "Got Brass in Pocket" to myself.
Yeah.
Always. I remembered this morning. I put my socks on and I was standing up. And whenever I do that, I always do the flute solo from Jethro Tull's Living in the Past. Because their lead singer and flautist, Ian Anderson, always stood on one leg.
Is that right?
Yep. Oh, it's my life. Maybe I should be on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what they like, isn't it?
They love things like that.
Rubbish from one's domestic world. So, yes, I tell you what I did do, though. I watched a documentary about Michael Landy, the artist.
Michael Landy.
He has an art installation called the Art Bin, and it's an enormous...
Commercial breakfast radio, keep it live.
Okay, well, it's a giant... No, but I'm going to broaden it.
Okay, good.
Trust me.
Hurry.
I've never completely lost a common touch, I think you'll find. So he has an enormous bin, and artists go and put art that they think hasn't really worked, they go and put it in the bin.
Oh, yeah.
And it's quite a spectacle. And I wondered if it couldn't be generally applied to life.
Oh,
yeah.
So I wondered if we could have a sort of a theoretical art bin, and we could bring our failures to it.
Oh, great.
I thought I might start the ball rolling.
Oh.
The Brits?
Sorry?
The Brits?
No, not...
She said it.
Okay, I'll tell you, I will start off with the Brits, that's fair enough. This is me. Here it goes into the bin.
Oh, fine.
It's strange. It sounds like it's been fired by a medieval pulley system, like they used to fire decayed cows into fortresses.
I've got something to nominate.
Okay.
This may shock you. I'd like to nominate my appearance in Dare the Triffids.
Oh.
Listen, hear me out. I know I was young.
Sci-fi classic.
That's a bit personal.
Yeah, can I say that when I said sci-fi classic, I so wanted to say it to the tune of Hong Kong Phooey. Sci-fi classic, never seen a better guy. I know that's not the lyrics, but I can't remember.
I know you're very kind to me, but I saw it recently. It was on. It's quite tragic that I watched it, but there you go.
No, you were right to watch it.
I wasn't, because I was appalling.
Oh, you were a
My accent
child.
was all... people always say that, and that's what's interesting. They never say you were good, they say you were a child, and that's how I know it was bad.
Yeah.
I find my dead brother in the flower beds.
They never said that to Drew Barrymore. No.
I found my dead brother in the flower beds.
Yes.
And do you know how I said it? How the line? I remember the line.
Go on, do it again.
Please come and see what's happened to Tommy. The slight Cornish accent.
You're right. I know if that had happened to you in real life, you wouldn't have been that concerned. Those are my flowers!
I know this is a bit Room 101, and we shouldn't really vote, but I want that to go in, Frank. I'm sorry, it's going in. They're the Triffids.
Well, I'm going to play the Frank on Room 101 role here and say, well, hang on, if we put that in the failure bin, then what can you refer to as your moment in the sun in your childhood acting career all the way through your life from there on in?
What about the professionals? Is that not good enough for you?
I didn't know you'd been in the professionals.
Can I just give you a bit of this? This is the theme tune from Day of the Triffids, which I feel should be played at this point.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to see if I can handle this. Okay, right. There you go.
Oh, it's in.
That was more technically difficult than you might think. I'm quite pleased with myself. What a start to the year it's been. Fantastic. Okay, well, I'm sorry to that, because that is a sci-fi classic.
No, but it's my choice, and I'm happy with it.
Yes, and what I like is, I suppose what's difficult about it is normally I thought we'd comment on each other's choices, but you'll notice Al and I have been completely silent.
The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
Morning, Frank, Emily and Alan. I write this in the early hours of the morning from a coach ride. Oh, Dr. Johnson. Newcastle to London, where the podcast is providing comfort as we speed towards our 6 a.m. destination. Just a thought, why does your show only have one feature?
What would that be? Email corner?
Well, I don't know. May I suggest some others?
Oh.
Dean There Done That, in which Emily recounts an adventure from her week.
Which she does every week anyway, we just don't have a name for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alternative version, Dean There Don Black. Emily deconstructs a contemporary musical libretto. Oh, I'd love to do that.
That is a good one.
My
yeah,
musical expertise.
I might
get my own show off the back of that.
Mm-hmm.
Inner
Did you do that
Skinner.
fantastic punk documentary?
Don Black.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Inner Skinnerd. I don't know about that. Frank reflects on someone showing their true colours with a musical bed of Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, you
get
see,
it?
I've got my
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
I've got my heart set on a musical bed of I see your true colours shining.
No, but then it's the Lynyrd Skynyrd reference.
No, I know, but true colours. I see your true. Can you just imagine that? Be so moving. Be so moving.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how creepy was that, Alan?
Well, I didn't like the fixed eye contact that I got for the last one. That really
That's
made
because
me
I
feel
see your true colours shining. Okay. Sort of a purpley red.
What about Alan Adden?
Actually, isn't all our true colours are slightly purpley red?
Yeah.
What about Alan Adden?
Is that a pun
Alan?
on Aladdin?
Well, hold your horses, you'll find
Is
out.
it?
Alan hosts a phone-in of what 3 wishes the readers would choose, hopefully with many pantomime opportunities to use his Alan's mother impression.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Keep up the good work, darlings. Kai and Streatham.
Well, it's a fine missive from. Is it Kai or Kyle?
Kai Green.
How do you spell Kai?
K-A-I. How many questions?
Well, I don't.
Good
These
heavens.
modern names.
These modern names.
Sort of Dardarist naming of children. You throw some letters into the air and see where they land. Nevertheless,
You're on thin ice.
I think it's a very fine email from Kai. I've often thought, in fact, at this time every year, I think, ooh, why don't I think, ooh. And then I think, why don't, when you listen to Christian O'Connell, he's got like 50 features going on, different regular bits and
Per
stuff.
link. Yeah.
Makes it rude about his face.
Makes it sound like they've done a bit of, pre...
Oh, they plan it though, don't they? They're good.
Well, that's good, yeah. But we could have maybe try adding one more feature and see how that happens.
Right, the Aladdin one. Alan Adden.
But
It's funny that you went for that one.
Yeah, we'll have a
What
massive
about Lynyrd
ego.
Skynyrd?
The thing is about Alan Adden. Surely we want to shorten your name to Al, don't we?
You can call me Al.
Al Adden.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
Aladdin.
works better than Kai's
yeah.
suggestion, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
That's just Aladdin then.
I've just been brought in to joke it up a bit.
Yeah.
No, but that's just Aladdin.
No, not the way we say it though. We'll say
Well,
no,
how
it's
did we
time
say
for
it?
Al Adden. That's what you say.
It's all
Hang
got a
on,
bit just sweet.
That makes it sound like I'm doing maths if it's Aladdin. I'm not.
Well,
having
that would be a
That'd
good
be
one.
awful.
Yes!
What about if we
I
did that?
love that.
So every week, you or I take it in turns to give him a string of numbers,
song.
and then he has to add them
Oh,
up.
can we do it? Oh, please, I love
I
Al.
hate this feature. It's
Addins.
awful.
7, 18 and 23.
This is the worst year of
7,
my life.
18 and 23.
42 times 203.
No, one at a time.
What's happened to this show?
That was Al Adden. And there'll be more of that next week.
Absolute Radio.
The best of Frank Skinner. Absolute Radio.
This is Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio with Emily Dean and Alan Cochrane. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun.
I'm back and I'm really tanned, but we won't talk about
You
that
are
yet.
tanned. I was thinking about that when you arrived this morning.
How did I look?
Golden brown.
Oh, lovely.
Texture light wine.
Do you know what?
Is it
Son?
Is it son?
Yeah.
Don't mention wine. It gets me upset.
Okay, yeah.
He brought it up.
If I can just do
Interesting,
about a type 5 on my tan. I think what's good about my tan is that it's now faded. I've had a week, so it's calmed down.
Faded. Wow, it looks.
Right.
Imagine what it was like initially. Lovely.
We shall.
I'll tell you what I thought, though. I thought, there was a time that when you got back from a holiday in the Maldives with your tan, you were like a special person. But now there's so many people walking around with tans they've got around the corner from that shop. That shop that Gail runs. You know Gail?
Yeah, but Frank, that's why I intentionally, which you may have noticed, pulled up my jumper to expose my stomach this morning so you could see it was all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can get all over tans at Gail's place. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's where I
you
get
know what I
mine.
mean? It's like seasonal fruit. It's not special anymore.
So I've been in the Maldives. What have you been up to, Frank?
Oh, I went to the chiropodist.
Lovely. I haven't been to that island.
It's all right.
a Greek one.
It's very quiet this time of the year. It's just below Italy.
Excellent
Exactly
work.
the same shape. Would you say, I say chiropodist, would you say chiropodist?
I think I might. I don't think I've ever said it.
You
But
never said it
I
at
don't think
all?
I've ever had the need to say chiropodist. There we go, that's it. Yeah, I say chiropodist.
Okay.
I found it out.
Never had the need to say
Well, he's not
it.
going to go to a chiropodist. It's about 60 quid an hour.
Look, I'm not going to go to the
Hey, I pay
Maldives,
people
but I
for their
can say it. I don't have to go everywhere I say.
That would be a very tough rule.
Jupiter. I can say it. That's not how you measure your vocabulary.
I've just never had a problem with my feet. I've got a slightly
I didn't
sore
say I had a
toe
problem.
occasionally. Why are you going to a chiropodist then
Well,
if
you
you've got perfectly fine
Whoa,
feet?
whoa.
You're just going in and going, look at them. They must be the best you've seen all week.
That'll be 80 quid, please.
Yeah, there you are. Do you take a check?
Frank, how are your feet? I mean, they're a little Middle Earth. Let's not lie. Are they?
Well, they used to be lovely, my feet, but you know, as you get older, blah blah blah. I just get. I'll tell you how I know I need to go to the chiropodist. I often lie in bed, just gently rubbing my big toes against each other.
It's a
And
bit
if I can
creepy.
hear
Why
it,
do you do that?
if I can hear it through the duvet, then I know it's time to go. If I can hear, and that's when you have to go and get smoothed.
Have you not got a, what is it called? A pumice stone? A pumice stone?
You say that this early in the morning.
Pumice stone.
Oh, a pumice stone, yes.
God.
No, I haven't got a Tony Pumice stone.
Frank, you want to get yourself down to one of those tanks. I was going to take you. Do you remember for a little
yeah.
pedicure where the fish eat them?
The piranha type fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what worries me about them is how do they know when they've finished
he's
the
back.
cosmetic layer and they're into the delicate flesh. You know, don't they think, as we all do when we have a nice bit of pork? I have a bit of crackling and then I'd like a bit of the nice pink tender stuff underneath. Before you know it, you might... Imagine falling asleep, checking out, you've just got two skeleton feet. Wowee. Actually, that'd be a great...
As if
great-
it's happened.
Could be a great sketch.
The best of Frank Skinner. Absolute Radio.
Is it the Maldives or is it Maldives?
The Maldives.
It's actually called the Maldives.
Yes.
Like the jam. What kind of a country?
I was wrong.
What kind of a country has a "the" at the front of it?
That's in what kind of a
Falklands?
country?
The United Kingdom.
No, that's
No,
not
it's
right.
not called the United Kingdom. No, it's
I think
called.
it is called the Falklands, though.
Well, it used to
No,
be.
it isn't.
Isn't
Is
it
it?
groups of islands? Isn't it?
Falkland
it is.
Islands. It's
You
called.
know- groups of
listen,
islands, isn't
stop
it?
arguing, it's irritating.
Stop it now. We're not doing radio now. We're just talking.
Can I tell you who will be able to help us? Our readers. They'll
What?
know about the. Well, I think you're right. The prefix in front of a country, there must be some rule about it.
The Maldives. Is there? Could you have a place that begins with A? A Maldives.
I think it'd be Anne
Is it a
Islands.
group of islands?
Yes, it
I think
is.
it's a
So
group
are
of
the
islands.
individual ones
They're
down
atolls.
as a Maldives?
They're atolls.
Oh. It does include Bikini Atoll.
No,
Okay.
it's in the Indian Ocean, you fool.
Well, in a way, we all are.
I
Good
can't
night.
believe you just said, what kind of a country is that?
Yeah, let's go to the Spain for our holidays.
Why not?
Okay.
104 has texted the Netherlands.
Oh.
What kind of a country is that? There's
Well,
one for you.
Holland. Holland is what kind of a country it is. Who calls it the Netherlands outside of a scoreboard on the telly? Only time they're ever called that.
He's not having it, is what he's saying.
No.
It's not a group of islands either, is it?
The
Because
Scotland,
factually,
the Scotland should have used this in their independence drive. They're going to be called the Scotland if we win
That
it.
would have-
That sounds like a band, doesn't it?
that'd have got
I
them that
think it
few
sounds
extra
better.
votes.
What, the?
Yeah, the Australia. Much better.
No.
Okay.
No, and also, you immediately move yourself way down the alphabetical order. So when people are looking for their holidays, they go straight to the front of the book. They think, oh, Australia, that'll do.
Yeah.
They're not going to, by the time they get to T, the Tasmania, of course, is fine for the Tasmania.
Alan,
They haven't even moved out of their section.
can you pass the book? Because I want to book a holiday.
Anyway,
841 has texted the Wirral. Could it work?
Yeah, I can accept that. I accept the Wirral. It's not many. You do get some of those. You get regional places, but
The
country,
Canaries, 249.
you know. To me, there's a certain
The
insecurity.
Canaries, 249.
Group of islands.
Yep.
I think it's probably called Canary Islands, and we've shortened it to the Canaries. Good band, though.
The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
We watched Dombo.
Oh, it's absolutely traumatic.
Well, I had no idea Dombo was so... I thought, this is basically his first... Well, we watched Pinocchio, as you know. I was telling you about what good legs Geppetto had.
That's one of the most disgusting things you've ever said.
Well, I don't know why. I thought it was an inspiration to the middle-aged man, that you can still look good on a makeshift raft. So anyway, have you seen Dombo recently? The film?
Well, not recently, but I don't need to. It's horrific.
10 minutes in, his mother
Yeah.
is sectioned under the Mental Health Act. I couldn't believe it. I thought, how do I explain this to her? She's actually put in a thing with a sign that says "Mad Elephant."
It's
A
all
lot
goes
of
a bit-
it,
it all
yeah.
goes a bit Jeremy Kyle.
It is. It's terrible. And it's just, it's quite... I wish someone in the edit had said, Walt, keep it light, mate.
It's for kids.
Keep it light. What do you say? Keep it light. I don't want this bit. Oh, this'll be fine. Keep it, no. So, I, also struck me as well that she's called Mrs. Jumbo in the film.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Which means that his name is Dombo Jumbo. And I thought, if this kid ever gets involved in anything nonsensical,
Yeah.
we know what the headline's going to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I was really shocked by it, and it's made me wary now of full-length animated features by the Walt Disney Studios.
Well,
Which is something I was looking forward to. I think every new parent, every old new parent, thinks, oh, great, we can watch, Snow White.
oh, Frank, Lion King, sickening.
Lion King. Oh, Lion
Sickening.
King's good.
Well, I was going to do them in chronological order.
Oh.
So, Lion King's a way off.
Okay.
I thought the old classics, you can trust that they would be all right.
Oh, no.
No,
That's-
there
I think
were
it's quite the
sometimes.
reverse. Their
Bambi.
sensibilities were different.
Well,
That's why
Bambi, of course, I wouldn't even dare take that on.
No.
Even I knew that. So if anyone's got any advice of a safe Walt Disney animated cartoon from the past, I'd love to do it, because I can't go through this again. There was a definite sense of exploited workers at the circus as well. It's like a sort of like, I mean, I know Walt Disney was famously right-wing, but it felt like sort of one of those old communist propaganda movies. These guys knocking big tent pegs in, in the at twilight.
You are watching it through slightly different eyes. This is through the prism of your rather extraordinary worldview.
Well, Boz did look across at me and say, "You all right with this?"
The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
we need to talk about Neighbours, and I don't mean primetime BBC One Australian. I mean
Prime
Neighbours at War.
time.
Yeah,
Not even
1735.
BBC. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Robbie Williams and Jimmy Page.
Oh,
and
yes.
Neighbours.
Oh, yes.
And they've got a
Oh,
little bit
yes.
of they've got a little bit of beef. They've got a bit of there's
Jimmy's
a
got
brouhaha.
a terrible cob on.
He has, yeah.
See, I couldn't tell from the pictures.
Robbie Williams is doing that thing that I find depressing. He's bought a £17.5 million mansion. So
That's
if
quite
I bought-
depressing.
If I bought a £17.5 million mansion, I think I'd just be like, oh, let's decorate it and then we'll live in it. That seems fine
I wouldn't
to me.
even decorate it.
But he wants it revamped. He's
I
doing
don't know
that
why
thing.
people do that at all.
Oh, God, it does my
At
head in.
all. Whenever I've looked at houses, I've always, at some point, said to the estate agent, do you think they'll want to take the curtains? Because I don't want to change. I just want to move in. That's
Yeah.
all I want to do. Move in.
Yeah.
People always want to knock walls down. If I
Buy
buy-
another house then.
Yeah,
Exactly. If I buy a jacket, I don't think I'll get this, but I'll just, I'll put some extensions on the lapels.
Yeah.
I'll buy another jacket, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, he wants a swimming pool and a recording studio.
we all do, dear.
But it's in Holland Park, and I'm no expert on that area.
No.
But depending on how much Robbie Williams swims, I think it's too expensive to put a swimming pool into this £17.5
He wants a lift.
million hub. He He wants a lift.
Yeah.
A young man like him,
they
and
all
he
want
wants a lift.
He wants a lift in the swimming pool. He wants one up to the top board. Defeats the purpose, the whole
He
thing.
wants a lift in a house that used to belong to Michael Winner. I mean,
Jimmy,
of all people.
What did Jimmy says this will cause structural damage and vibrations.
Yeah, he's not getting good vibrations, is he?
It's a bit rich, though, from him, isn't it?
Well, the whole thing has gone down like a lead balloon, that's for sure.
Fantastic.
Just thought of that. That's good, isn't it?
That's
all right.
fantastic.
Yeah, he's not
Jimmy
happy,
Page
is he?
has written to the council.
Yeah, with
Can you
several
believe
objections.
that?
Yeah. He needs to move
He's
on.
turned, Jimmy Page. He has. I can bet he can. He was much calmer when Michael Winter lived next door.
I'll bet.
You know what? If Robbie Williams hasn't seized upon this opportunity and said, calm down, dear,
I
over the
know.
hydrangea,
But I bet he
he's a
hasn't.
lesser man than I hope him
I
to be.
bet he hasn't. And Jimmy Page is a hypocrite. I mean, he had a stairway fitted, went really high.
Oh, wow.
Very high up in his house.
You've been waiting 2.5 hours to say that, haven't you?
Oh, dear.
Can I
I'm
say
glad we
something?
came to this topic. It's been rich. Rich. I feel like the old prospector. Well, look at it. I've got myself a nugget.
What about that neighbour I had who used to knock on my door and ask me to tie his shoes up? Awful.
Was he okay?
I don't know, but he always asked me, could you
wonder-
tie my shoes up?
No, he was
sounds
he was hoping that would.
Well, eventually
Yeah,
I
that
said,
would
look, just
lead
buy
to
some
other-
loafers.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Thank you, good day. I
Good
shut
shout.
the door.
Yeah.
Shout.
Bit hard as he had no arms. Thought you could have been a bit more sympathetic. What about when I went round to complain to the people that lived above me about the noise? I went up there, knocked on the door, had a conversation saying, you know, it's 1:10, and this is still going on. And during the whole conversation, I kept my finger on the doorbell. So during the whole conversation, the doorbell was ringing.
You didn't.
Was that on purpose?
Oh God, yes.
Was it?
You're unhinged.
No,
Absolutely
you
unhinged.
have to put these people on the back foot.
Absolute Radio.
The best of Frank Skinner. Absolute Radio.
Margaret.
Not Margaret. Elizabeth.
No.
Pauline.
No.
June.
No.
Teresa.
No.
Sorry, we're just trying to guess Alan's mum's name.
It's a bit of fun.
Anyone want to text in any?
That's why I'm doing an accent like Taggart.
Yeah, well, we know she's Scottish, but I mean that. And a maiden name. Can I say a maiden name? Is that
Yeah,
allowed?
if you
She's
want.
not wasn't involved in any
don't
international
think so.
crime syndicates.
I don't think so.
Lafferty.
So it's got to go with Lafferty.
But
Barbara
it won't be
Lafferty.
like. It won't be like Lulu Lafferty.
No, she doesn't work in a night sleazy
It's
club.
not alliterative.
McLafferty.
McLafferty.
McLafferty was the theatre cat, wasn't it?
Is that
Jeanette.
true?
Anyway, maybe we should come back to it off air.
Is it definitely not Jeanette?
It's definitely not.
I think he'll
you
know his
sure?
own mother's name.
Well, you say that.
Morag.
Alright. Wow.
No, I'm sweating up. I'm operating a
Morag.
boiler here that keeps the whole studio going.
I've got it.
Go on.
Wendy.
No.
No.
Wendy.
Wendy, Red Robin.
Okay.
Okay, stop it now. Otherwise I'll get obsessed again and just guess. Yes, so here we are this morning. And I have a slightly coldy voice,
Yeah.
but I think it's going to be all right.
I hadn't noticed that until we were on the radio.
No.
It's like,
Almost as if I'm just putting it on. Yeah, I have Lemsip at my right hand and
You-
Daisy at my left hand.
You remind me of that guy I worked with once who rang in and said, I won't come into the office today. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. He goes, I've hurt my leg. I said, well, what's happened to your voice then?
Oh, we got mixed up, didn't
Yeah.
we? Oh, dear.
Which
Well,
lie did I tell?
I think people have tuned in and thought it was Charlotte Green, the voice of radio. But no,
Maybe.
it's me. It is me. And it was, I'm an older and wiser man than I was last show,
oh, yeah.
because I had a birthday on Wednesday.
You did?
And got some lovely presents and all that. It's very nice.
Tell them about your gift this morning from us.
Yes, I got a lovely 11th Doctor theme. I did make a New Year's resolution. I wasn't going to talk about Doctor Who on the show anymore. Nevertheless, I got an 11th Doctor themed dressing gown. So it was sort of tweed, like the jacket what Matt Smith wore,
Yeah.
with the elbow pads and everything. They didn't go for Dick. I thought they might have tried to blended it into the trousers as it got to trouser level, but they just continued the tweed.
And it looks like the fabric would be very safe around open fires, doesn't it?
No, probably not. But it's very... so more tweed than there was on the 11th Doctor.
Great.
The tweed has burst its banks. Now, what if someone's just tuned in Scotland, thinking, oh, no, I'll have to reroute. Maybe I'll stop at Molly Cochrane's house. Neil Lafferty. Neil Lafferty means she doesn't laugh much in Scotland. There'll be Neil Lafferty in their house.
The best of Frank Skinner. Absolute Radio.
Here's the thing, I've got a new neighbour, seems a nice chap, who came round this week and said, you know the old traditional cup of sugar?
Oh, yeah.
People used to come and borrow.
Come and borrow, yeah.
Of course you don't get that anymore.
No.
He said, could you tell me your Wi-Fi password?
Cheeky.
Because my Wi-Fi hasn't been put in yet, so, we don't have any. And I said, yeah, that's fine. So I gave him my Wi-Fi password.
Oh, that's the thin end of the wedge.
Did I do a bad thing?
I'm not sure if I would have done that, but...
Well,
Thing is,
I had a friend come round and he said, what's the new neighbours like? I said, that's him all right. I came round today, blah, blah. I said, oh, he'll be able to hack all your emails and look at your internet history. That's what he said to me. So, all right, now I'm on the back foot.
Oh, dear.
I just think the problem with this, you haven't really thought it through, like a lot of things, because... No, hear me out. What's going to happen now, Frank, is that where's his incentive to purchase his own Wi-Fi now?
No, but he told me he'd already purchased his Wi-Fi.
He told you he'd already purchased.
It'd been delayed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the check's in the post. We all know that one.
But
He's
also,
never going to buy Wi-Fi.
If you think it won't cost me any more, though, will it?
What if he's doing illegal downloads into the night?
And then you get prosecuted.
It's
I'm
not
not
based
being
on
funny.
Wi-Fi, is it?
You go down.
Well, it's as well I've established what happened early on
Is
air.
this whole show an alibi for you?
Yeah, I've created an alibi.
You don't know what he's going to be watching.
Well, that's not my business. Although maybe I can. I know his Wi-Fi and password. Maybe I can hack him.
Your neighbour is David Baddiel. It's not him, is it?
No.
Oh.
He's a Russian guy, bald head.
So this character, your neighbour, when's the old Wi-Fi? I mean, has he given you a date?
I think he
For the
said
switch on,
going
the
on a
big
date with
switch
him.
on.
I think he said midweek or something like that.
Midweek, my eye.
God, I was worried about that. Oh, I'm sure it'll be. I honestly, you're making me. I'm
just think.
just trying to be a good neighbour, the good Samaritan.
Nice. Yeah.
I didn't feel any pressure. I can say no. I'm a Catholic.
He's got your Wi-Fi password, and you've got his address. It's fine. It'll be fine. There's mutually assured destruction, isn't there? It's fine. Nothing bad's going to happen.
No, that's
fine.
how
The thing is, I'd give it a week, and then I'm afraid passwords are going to have to be changed.
Oh, come on.
Come on, that's the way out. That's a polite,
That's a good
passive-aggressive
idea,
way
actually.
out.
That is a good idea.
That's what I'd do.
It's crazy.
Imagine him
No,
going
that's
to log
fine.
on to watch his movies.
And what about
And then it suddenly and the password down. He gets the padlock. Oh, the padlock of
Access
shame.
denied.
Access denied.
I'll be straight round. What on earth?
It'd be good if you were computer savvy enough to make it say when he tried to log in. That'd be good.
Honestly, I think you're overreacting. It'll be fine. Although, why he asked for my bank details? That's right. That bit I didn't understand.
The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
I'll tell you something that I've done that I haven't done for ages this week. I went to the cinema.
Did you?
I went to the
I
pictures.
haven't been. I haven't
I went to
been
the movies.
I haven't
That's
been
what
since
like to call it.
Noah. I went to see Noah. That was my last one.
Did you enjoy that?
Noah? Yeah, it was... I liked it.
I didn't see that.
What did you go and see?
A lot of acting in it.
Was it?
A lot of acting.
Oh, I would have liked
I
it.
think that's why I haven't been since. I thought I've had enough acting now to last me 12 months. If you go and see Russell Crowe, and he's good, Russell Crowe, but you get a lot of acting.
Oh, he does do the acting. I didn't go and see that. We made our decision. I was on tour, and we were in Cambridge, and the next show was in Maidenhead.
Was Mrs. Cockrell with you then?
No, me and a support act, a guy called Mike.
Oh, you went on a date with a guy.
You just have
I
one
didn't
day.
go on a date.
He's on tour, Alan.
We were
He's
killing
on tour.
time on
Alan
tour.
Cochrane is currently on tour.
And tickets mostly still available.
A few tickets, let's put it that way.
Very
A few
scarce.
tickets.
Try hard.
Where are you tonight?
No, I'm not touring tonight.
Not tonight, though. Tomorrow night?
No,
He's not really on tour. He's doing intermittent gigs.
That's right.
Monday night.
No.
It's just no all the time.
Forget the tour.
Okay.
Anyway, we finished in a bed and breakfast.
Intermittent gigs, that's the name of Ryan Giggs' eldest.
So, said to the woman in the bed and breakfast, what time?
Glad you added
what time
breakfast
can we
onto
leave?
that.
11 a.m. Right? And I said, can I push it back a little bit because I need to do a telephone interview. You know those ones that I was
You
talking
said
about.
that to her in a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, so I need to do.
She'll hate you.
That's fine. I'm fine with. I'm very comfortable with being
think
here.
You are. She'll be.
So, I had arranged to check out at 11:20.
Can I tell you something? I stayed in a bed and breakfast in the north of England.
Yes.
And I thought,
Neither have I.
and I thought, oh, lovely. And the woman said to me, oh, well, no, you. And I said, yeah, yes. She said, what, you seen how the other half lives? I said, I don't think it's a half, it's about 87%, isn't it? If I remember rightly.
That went down well.
Didn't get it.
So this is exactly how we chose the film. We said, we're checking out about 20 past
Very
11.
cosy.
What starts?
We're checking out about
Me
20
and Mike,
past
the
11.
support.
Mike, have you not listened,
It's
Mike?
Mike you keep going on about.
So we said, what starts soon after 20 past? 25 past 11, American Sniper, directed by Clint Eastwood. I thought, let's go and see it.
Such lads, aren't you?
Lads.
Follow the bear.
Yeah, so we went, get to the kiosk to buy the tickets, and we said, have we...
You said,
Have we...
What did the woman make of that?
Ooh! It was a bloke.
It's a bloke, be alright.
And, I said, have we missed the start of the film? Because by the time we'd checked out and put the bags in the car and all that, and he said, yeah, it's definitely started. And we said, all right, what else have you got? And the next thing wasn't till after 12, and we went, okay, well, we'll take 2 tickets for American Sniper, even though we've already missed the start. So as we're buying the tickets, he starts talking to me about the beginning of the film, and I quickly realise he is verbally describing in his own words the opening scenes of the movie.
That's nice.
And I can't describe what he said because I don't want to spoil the film for people, but he was saying, the central character, this is what's happening to him.
Spoiler alert. It was a walking spoiler alert.
Well, funny you should say that, because I was thinking, this is an odd way of doing this. I'm not sure I like it. I'd rather just fill in the blanks myself. And then we went in, and the exact scene that he'd just described, we watched. He'd gone too early.
Okay, but that's a nice gesture.
It was a
it's like
nice
a sort
gesture.
of new readers start here.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I always assume those people in the kiosks have never seen any of the films.
Oh
either.
dear, like they're kept there.
I think they hate films, like people in chocolate factories don't eat chocolate.
Like if they try and walk in, someone will go, hang on, you haven't got a ticket.
They say, don't
the
mention
sweets
films.
guy.
Don't mention films to me.
Al,
Yeah.
is American Sniper a real movie? That sounds like a made-up
Is it
film.
a real movie?
That
Yeah,
just
it's a
sounds
real
made
movie.
up.
Clint Eastwood directed it. He's not directing
No,
made-up
it is.
films, is he?
It's controversial, isn't
It
it?
is controversial, yeah.
My friend was a DSS sniper.
Sometimes you sound like such a Birmingham nana.
DSS Sniper, what's that?
Yeah. Oh, no, snooper. Sorry, he's a snooper. Sorry, everyone.
The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
You catch out.
It caught me out because I've just received not just a sheet of blotting paper.
Do you have a
but
piece of paper in your hand, Frank?
I have. I spoke this morning with the German Chancellor, Herr Hitler.
Very good.
He's a character.
Is he a colourful character?
Well, no, not in 1938. It was in black and white. So I've just received 5 sheets of A3 blotting paper from Ryman's.
Comes up large, doesn't it?
Oh, God. I really feel genuinely excited.
I'll tell you what, if that had arrived at the start of the show, you wouldn't have had to go to the bathroom all the way through. No. You could have just popped it down there.
Most disgusting thing you've ever said. Oh, sorry, no.
But one of the things I
Probably
realise
not.
now about giving people blotting paper is if they get emotional about the gift, they got blotting paper.
Perfect.
Where you held that aloft like you were world heavyweight champion.
I look like the numbers girl on the boxing.
Very good.
That's brilliant. I'm going to go home and blot like there's no tomorrow, and at my age there might not be. So that's tremendous. That's from Ryman's in Wardour Street.
Yeah.
You must remember the Jam single B paper on Wardour Street. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
You know, I'm going to take a wander over there after this show, and see if they like the cut of my jib, because we've got blotting paper, the sky's the limit. I could get a fountain pen.
Don't go crazy.
Absolute Radio.
The best of Frank Skinner. Absolute Radio.
Happy Valentine's Day, Frank.
Thanks.
Alan, what did you get, Mrs. Cockrell?
Nothing so far.
Nothing, Frank.
No.
What did you get, Kathy?
Well, nothing shall come from nothing.
Oh, good.
Bit of Shakespeare early on.
King Lear, innit?
It is King Lear. Well done, sir.
What did you get, Kathy?
You might be tight-fisted, but you know your plays.
I know my plays. I do know my plays.
He knows his plays.
I know my plays in the world.
You got glitter on your nose, Em.
If that's the spot, you're going to feel so bad in a minute.
No, it
very
wasn't
shiny
shy.
spot.
It really did.
Okay, well,
In fact, will you guide my sleigh tonight?
talk amongst yourselves whilst I remove it.
Okay. Don't worry about it. It's radio.
You're glad you didn't meet me in the 90s. Oh, you did.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, so, well, yes, I did get a small. I got a small.
What did you get?
gift. Well, I don't know, she might not have opened it yet.
Oh, okay. Did you get her a card?
It's a radish.
A radish?
No,
Lovely.
not really.
I'm trying to eat a lot of
Card,
cruciferous
yes, I got a
vegetables.
card.
Do you say love Frank or will you be my Valentine?
I always
What do
say
you
be my Valentine. You have to say that. Be my Valentine.
Oh, lovely.
Evidently I don't.
You don't have
really
to say
rattled
it.
Emily that I said I don't join
You get a
in.
card, Em?
I did. I got a gift as well.
Prepared to say what the gift was?
Mind your own business.
Okay.
Oh.
No, it was a
would
very middle-class Valentine's gift. It was tickets
Hummus?
to a production of Sweeney Todd.
Hummus.
With Emma
Sweeney
Thompson.
Todd.
Sweeney Todd at the E&O. You going to the
Yes.
opening night?
No.
Oh, I am. Oh,
Me too.
victory is mine! No, that'll be tremendous. Can I talk about what I saw on the telly this week?
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
I've watched quite a lot of television this week, more television than I've watched for many a long year and oft.
Oh, like a pensioner.
Yeah, you know, do you ever get those weeks when you think television is brilliant?
Yeah.
I've forgotten how brilliant it was. Maybe I should try doing some brilliant television instead of
You?
my
Oh, come on,
genuine,
son.
my general run-of-the-mill stuff.
Don't.
But
Don't do this.
I don't think I should do that.
No, I don't think you should beat yourself up on the radio. It's not
Okay.
good.
There's a program called The Gift.
Oh, yeah.
Started on. You wouldn't like it.
Doesn't sound like my cup of tea.
That's the horror channel for Alan.
Ugh.
But it's what happens is that people get the chance to either thank or apologise to people from their past.
No. No, it's not for me.
Not for me.
No. You'd be surprised. It was good. I thought.
Let
oh
it
no,
go.
I'm not sure about this. And then I was, I was off to bed. I mean, it was 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
What?
and
Can I do a programme called Let It Go, in which you don't apologise to people from your past?
Let it go.
Yeah.
what was missing for me was that you can't go back and demand an apology from someone from your past. That's what I would like.
yeah.
No, but I was leaving the room, and it started. I thought I'll watch the first bit standing up, and then I did that thing when I sat on the arm of the sofa. I'm not going to watch this. I watched about the first 20 minutes on the arm of the sofa. I'd actually put a Western saddle over it for effect,
Nice.
and then I settled down and watched the whole damn thing.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Oh.
I was sort of hooked by it. It did start me thinking, who would I want to say sorry and thank you to?
I can think of a few.
Yeah. Anyone I went out with for more than a week, sorry. And anyone I went out with for less than 2 days, thank you.
The best of Frank Skinner. Absolute Radio.
Christopher Watts was this kid at school. Little glasses, national health glasses. And there was this girl in our class who was like the prettiest. This is honestly when we were about 6.
I think you've gone too soon into this. It's like, you've got to save it. It should be like the end guest on the chat show, shouldn't
No. Well, they might be dead now. They're my age.
it? Okay.
And they haven't had
And
my...
other very undepressing things you've said.
Well, they probably haven't had my easy life. So,
That's one of the positive things that you said.
So there was a girl called Annette, who was a British girl in the class. And we were tiny children,
Yes.
all of us. So he did the... I'll tell you who was the big band at the time was Freddie and the Dreamers. So this kid, he got some of his mates together, and they did, at the end of the day, the teacher said, "Oh, Christopher's going to do a..." I said, "Well, hold it. What about the, what about our lessons and things?" Well, I mean, it's mainly the sandpit. So he did a Freddie and the Dreamers, and I could see this.
Serenaded.
Like a performance.
Yeah, he got up because he had glasses on, so he was halfway there. Because Freddie and the Dreamers, Freddie Garrity. And as you know, Freddie Garrity breeds contempt. And so he
He's
did
up in
that,
bed all night.
and he
actually.
became the star of the class. And then
I bet that went down well with you.
well, what I'd go back and thank him for is showing me the advantages of being in show business. Because after that, Annette thought he was marvellous. And then, can I tell you the pathetic ending to this story? This is so pathetic. About a week later, I got some mates together, and I said to the teacher...
I feel sick. I know what you're going to do. I feel sick.
I said, can we do a performance?
Oh, you didn't.
Yeah, and what's even worse, what did we do? We did Freddie and the Dreamers. So we even did the same thing. And I wore sunglasses because I hadn't got any glasses, so I wore that. And
on your lips it sounded hollow, I'm afraid.
I mean, we were better, but we were second.
Yeah.
And the terrible thing was, I remember afterwards he said to me, "You don't really wear glasses."
And he was
That's
right.
a good point, well made,
it was. Yeah, but the fact that why did we do Freddie and the Dream?
Yeah.
Because you're intensely competitive.
I know, but we had the whole of Mersey beat to
So
choose
did you
from.
go out with Annette after that?
No.
Oh.
We didn't go out. We were 6.
But Annette...
We didn't go out. No, I don't know what happened to her.
Oh, okay.
If you're listening, Annette, it's all right. I'm over it now. Don't bother texting me.
The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
You know, in recent times, it's a bit of a regular readers will know that there was... first of all, I discovered a pen shop in Sheffield and mulled over the idea whether people actually use fountain pens
Pen shop
anymore.
in Sheffield. I'm just getting over the postal order anecdote. Please.
Yes, and then do you remember I filmed at an old ink company. Do you remember that?
Yep. How can I
Stephen's Ink.
forget?
And then I was sent blotting paper by Ryman, so it's all falling into place.
Yeah.
For the culmination, which this week I was sent a free fountain pen.
Oh, was it from Michael Parkinson? He likes giving free pens.
He does, yeah, but that was just for inquiring.
Yeah. You have to text pen, remember?
Is a ballpoint now?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. Yes, I received a free fountain pen, and I must say, it was a bit spesh.
Was it?
It really was. It's
Have you got it?
It's called the Pierless 125. Well, it's pretty remarkable. It's got.
It's turned into Alan Partridge.
I love it.
I want to tell you
It's
about
called
this.
the Pierless 125.
You know what? I never encourage freebies. I'm not one of these people who begs on here. But when they do arrive,
Well, you say that. You never encourage Alan and I to get free.
no, I don't. I
Your
often
cup
say.
runneth over, love.
I often say, if you send me one of these, I'll burn it. But this was, I never asked for this. This was given from the, and it's, what my point is, it's an 18-karat gold nib.
No.
Shut up.
For a start off.
I've heard that.
And, it says on the actual carrying case, it says those carrying this pen will not be overlooked. Which, I fully expect to be disproved when the next Comedy Awards are announced. But yeah, it's got an 18. I'm going to get it. I'm going to show it you,
Will you
guys.
get it out?
I'll have that as a ringtone, eh? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, girls?
Hashtag orcs.
Yes. Hashtag. So, I can't get it out. And here it is. There it is.
It is golden.
It is golden.
I said I had something golden. And,
Can I be honest? You know I always will.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like it, but it is quite Qatari businessman.
Yeah, but I like Qatari businessmen.
Kind
do
of
you
looks like
like
a
it?
suppository of some kind as well, doesn't it?
He's, Is Ed Miliband a Qatari businessman?
Yes.
He sounds very Qatari to me. Look at. I'm going to show you the 18-carat gold nib. Look at that.
Shows the nib.
We are the world.
Wow.
We are the future. And also, in the top of the cap, can you see that in the top of the cap? Can you see something red glistening?
Yeah. Is it a laser? Is it a
It's
laser?
a
it's
real.
not.
It's not a laser.
Oh, okay.
It looks like
Oh,
one,
it was
though,
like
Al.
a gadget pen. I was thinking that.
Yeah, I'm going to do it on the back of Tony Pierless's head. No.
What is it?
It's a ruby.
No.
It is. It's a real ruby.
It's like you.
This isn't very you, is it?
dual
Come
embezzled
on.
pen.
I'm very
A
excited
gold
about it.
fountain pen with a ruby in it.
Yeah. I'll come back to this. There's more.
Is there?
That's a great comment once
Have you
said.
started smoking cigars as well and complaining about room service?
No, but if that steak doesn't turn up soon, someone's going to get their head smashed in.
The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
The reason it's called the Pierless 125 is there's only 125 of them made.
No.
Look at that.
Limited edition.
Limited edition.
No.
And what number did they send me? 101.
No, that's great.
Hey, marvellous.
Was that because of your little show?
Yeah, because of my little show, exactly.
That's why they sent a pen to his nibs.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Oh, I'm so glad I came in this morning.
I feel proud. I feel proud like a parent would feel proud. Isn't that... Oh, you can hear my Pope
I
and
feel
my
like I'm working
version
with-
of Guadeloupe banging together.
All right.
Yeah.
But you just had a rattly nipple.
Yeah.
Alan.
Rattly Nipple, I think. Isn't that a small village in Leicestershire?
We've had a text in that I think I should bring to your attention. We don't normally read praise out on this
Oh,
show, do we?
no,
It's
don't
actually
read praise.
quite.
No.
We're quite bashful about such things.
Well, I just think it's reading out your own praise. For
It's a bit
goodness sake.
embarrassing, isn't it?
Don't worry, this one's kind of got a sting in the tail,
Oh,
so
right.
it'll balance things
It's
out.
like, you know, it's like when people retweet things people have said about them.
Yeah.
Well, you take that from... I know you two don't do the Twitters, but I can't
No.
bear when people do that.
Morning, Frank. Listening to your show for the first time, my wife recommended it. You are one of the few people who I will delay my nightly shower routine for. Think show is brill. Is it scripted? As I find it hard to believe this high standard of chat is off the cuff. Thanks, Mark from Stockport, now in Norwich. I mean, even this bit's scripted, isn't it? That's the amazing thing about it, is that we have a really big production meeting and we discuss when we're going to get the WH order
Look,
Yeah.
I mean,
£5.
let's not take
anecdote.
this as a miss. This is a tremendous compliment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
We get writers in, don't we, Frank?
We get Reuters in for the topical stuff. No, well, it's we just I suppose I know I'm going to talk about my new pen. No arguing with that. Who wouldn't? I must admit,
Well, me for one, but
yeah. When he says he delays his evening shower, well, he delays it till the next morning so he can listen
Seems
to
that
us.
way,
Well, it doesn't make any sense. Why not have
Well,
it
he's
in the
listening
evening?
to the week before, Frank.
No, but have it in the evening when you normally have your evening shower.
Listen, we don't get that much praise. Be kind.
Okay.
Thank you,
Just
Mark.
trying to help this bloke out with his timetabling. Delay my evening shower. He
Yeah.
meant morning. Did he mean morning?
I don't know what he meant. I've just read what I
Oh,
know.
it's so hard to know what people mean.
It is.
What is meaning?
All right, Howard Jones.
That's this morning's
Hang on.
text.
Can you reread the script?
Sorry, I'll do that again. What is morning?
That's better.
Just completely misread it.
Ever since
Kill
this
that
man,
typist.
ever since this man asked whether our show is scripted, our show's gone awful.
Well, that's just to put him off the
God,
scent.
awful.
They're on
Why
to
has
us.
it gone so awful?
They're on to us. I've had Eddie Braben in a locked room all week knocking these out.
Absolute Radio.
The best of Frank Skinner. Absolute Radio.
Frank, can I ask you something about Jeremy Clarkson?
Anything.
Oh, whoa! I don't like to put you on the spot, but I do. And I, for one, would like to know, what is your opinion, quite seriously, of the incident?
Well, the incident as I know it, and correct me if I'm saying anything
Yes.
illegal, is that he had done a day's filming and then he went to the hotel. He wanted he wanted steak.
And fondant potatoes.
And the producer said, we've only got like a cold plate because the chef's gone home.
Oisin Timon.
And I don't know if this bit is official, but I've heard it said that he slapped the man across the face.
I heard he punched him. What did you hear?
I've heard that he shouted at him for 30 minutes and slapped him or hit him.
Yes.
Right.
Now, rightly or wrongly, you can't treat producers like that anymore. And, you know, we all have to move on with the times. It's not easy at first.
Yeah.
You know, but it's difficult. I mean, there's something tremendously satisfying to know that Jeremy Clarkson, if you said to me, what is he going to have an argument about? Steak.
Steak would be up
Seems
there.
so right that he's arguing about steak.
Yes.
That's great. So I think he'll be all right, is what I think. But I mean, put it
Noel
this way.
Edmonds has said their BBC have failed to give him the support that such a mercurial talent requires.
What's the talent, though? He doesn't do it in
Broadcaster.
reverse, does he?
Broadcaster.
He's just driving. He's just driving.
Noel Edmonds said he should have had full support from experienced brand managers. I like the idea. What do you do? I'm a brand
the
manager
most
for...
corporate thing anyone's ever said in their lives.
But how can you be a brand manager for, like, a violent chain smoker?
Well,
he
it's,
is.
at least a little bit more than that. Anyway, I don't think you should go around hitting people generally. If I hit
Very
Daisy,
specifically.
say if I hit Daisy,
Yeah.
if I smacked her in the face because there wasn't enough Marmite on my toast, for example, you know, what had happened to me? We all know, I think. Talk sport.
The best of Frank Skinner. Absolute Radio.
This is Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio. I'm with Alan Cochrane and Emily Dean is back. Hurrah! Oh, I'm scratching now.
Oh,
Can I just get this done? I shouldn't be doing this because I had a gift arrive from a guy called Patrick from Brighton. I know what you're thinking. He sent me a body polisher.
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
Lovely
Have you
girl.
used it?
Doesn't speak a word of English, but she's doing a great job.
She sounds great.
Thanks, Tarby.
It's called a ball. It's a red cloth, and it's coarse.
Is
Is
it?
it?
It's really rough.
I do like an exfoliating towel after a shower.
Yeah, well,
myself.
this
Like a
is,
really hard-
Well, hang on. Are you meant to use this yourself?
Use it in the towel.
Oh.
In the towel.
In the shower.
Use it in the shower.
and it really
And
gets.
it's abrasive in the extreme. It's very good. I like it.
So you get out of the shower feeling like about a millimetre smaller all over.
You get out of it looking like the singing detective. Whatever it was that he had. What was the thing that he
Psoriasis,
had?
darling.
Psoriasis, yes.
Psoriasis, darling.
Well, I think
My
it was
autobiography.
also, I think it was one of the Knights of the Round Table. So, yes, so he sent me a lovely...
The extremist one.
And unlike fan food, it's all right to use a fan washcloth.
Yeah, FYI, everyone, Frank has a policy, he won't eat fan food.
I think it's a general showbiz policy, don't eat fan food, because they often inject it
All
with
right, sorry to
mercury.
sound like a civilian.
That's the standard thing.
Cheapest way of poisoning you.
You get a letter that says, I love your work, I've watched you for years, written with one hand on the mercury hypodermic. So yes, I'm enjoying the body polisher. I was a bit worried there might be. I mean, my one doubt is there could be a camera in it, possibly.
Frank, you're so paranoid. Who would go to the expense and trouble of setting that up for you?
Patrick from Brighton.
Good point. He's
I've
got
looked
very
him
niche taste.
He's got other fish to fry.
I've looked him up. He's a leader in the field of fibre optics. No, he isn't. And his PS is lovely. I know it feels a bit scratchy, but it soon softens up after a few uses. I bet you've used that line before. But thank you for that, Patrick. I do use it, and the colour has come off a bit, but that could be blood. Let's face it.
This is a lovely welcome back.
It is, yes.
Frank, there's a little bit of housekeeping that we need to take care of.
Okay.
It's almost literal housekeeping. It's to do with the facilities at Absolute Radio.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what's happened. I seem to have hacked into someone's personal email chain here between
Okay.
Daisy, the producer, and one of our representatives at Absolute. And he says, could you pass this message on to anyone coming into work tomorrow? The toilets will be out of order from approximately 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. for essential works that I won't go into detail here, unless you really want to know.
No,
I've spoken to Cafe Nero, and they're happy for us to use their facilities.
That's lovely, no? So that's what we're doing today?
No.
Oh, while you're in there, get me a big coin. You know, the big chocolate coin.
Yeah.
In fact, get drinks, but bring them back
Yum.
using the big coin as a tray. Oh, well, that's
Well, Daisy, the producer, replied, "Is this serious?" "Thanks. Sent from my iPhone. No kiss, just sent from my iPhone."
Yeah,
She's
but-
tough. We don't see that side to her.
Oh, I've seen it before. The velvet glove and all that. The Iron Fist. Just some of the videos I have in my collection.
The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
I'll tell you what I've come to despise in all its aspects. Siri. You know Siri on the
I can't
iPhone.
bear Siri.
Can I help you? Who are you? I don't. I've never actually called Siri since about maybe the first week I had an iPhone. I was saying to people, "Listen to this. Like, you know, look at this. It'll talk to you, and you can ask it like, where's a nearby French restaurant?" Amazing. After a week, I was bored with that. Mm-hmm. It's sort
It's
of
a bit like
gone.
relationships, really,
It's
isn't
very
it?
like a relationship. It keeps calling me, even though it's clearly over. It'll come. I don't know what makes it happen, Siri. And so I'll be sitting, I'll press something on my phone, and suddenly, "Can I help you?" No, I'm Googling John Pertwee. You can't help me. Mind your own business. And it is like that partner that won't let go and keep
You don't need to Google John Pertwee anymore. You've read all the John Pertwee, surely.
Well, a lot of it.
You get your Who alerts as well.
But it's like I wish I'd got Siri's number in my phone, so I could not,
Yeah.
you know, I could
You
decline.
can't.
screener.
You can't delete Siri. That's the problem.
Is that true?
I've tried. You can't.
Oh, no.
But I don't care about him. He's like Cable Guy.
Is it a he?
He just
No, of
keeps...
course he's not a he.
Why did you say
he's
he
a
then?
Mine's a he.
Oh,
I don't-
you've
oh,
got
is
a
it?
different Siri.
I think I've got a female
I
Siri.
wonder if they give females a female
I
voice.
think you've got a bloke that's pretending to be Siri. He's just found your number out.
Well, he's just been Siri.
Oh, God. All this has been leading up to
it
that.
hasn't.
Let's
It
be
hasn't.
honest.
It
It
hasn't. How did I know he was going to say that? It's impossible.
Totally has. He emailed me on Thursday.
And I said, this is what you have to say.
I've got some great
Marmite.
Siri material.
Oh no! I really, it must be able to. You must be able to disable it.
No, you can't. I've tried.
Start
Trust me.
with Siri.
You're stuck with Siri.
This is more serious than I
A
thought.
lot of Siri puns.
When did you get that through? Tuesday morning?
No, that was a bit of a late night. Came to me in the night. I don't know if he's even opened that one. Siri will open it for you if you're asking.
Cereal.
Siri, I could be a Siri killer. Siri.
Yeah.
What about if I killed him and owl? I'll be a Siri owl.
Just play the
Okay,
music.
I'll play some
That's
music
good.
now. Yeah, it's not that good.
Cereal.
I'm profoundly ashamed of it already.
I think compared to the rest of our output, that's good.
The best of Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
I got Bars, my nearly 3-year-old, to speak to Siri. You know, something to do. It was like third hour in, thinking of things to do. And I said, just ask a question. And he went, how old are you? And Siri said, why is that relevant? I thought, it's a child! It's a child! What kind of a
No,
cold-hearted...
I think that was my phone. It's specially activated to say that.
Okay.
So what other bank holiday activities did you get up to?
I went to a bird sanctuary, if you want to know that.
Oh, all right, Alan Partridge.
Yeah, and it's quite difficult because Bars is a little bit scared of the birds when they're out and about, because they're not in cages, they're walking about the paths. It's their sanctuary.
You probably shouldn't have shown him that Hitchcock film, so you're...
No, that was a mistake. But I mean, like the big ones, the peacocks. And so I had to feed these birds out of my hand to prove how safe they were. We were all right with the ducks because they got like a round bill. They scoop.
Yes,
They
yes.
basically scoop.
They don't have a... Yes.
So that's all right. But the peacock... Peacock would be handy. You know, when you have to pierce the film on a microwave dinner.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you wish you'd got a peacock
Yeah.
at home. They're really like a little pin. So I have to. Obviously, there's a lot of, they're a bit grubby because they're living a bit wild, and I have to stand there with the flat of my hand with this corn on and let this peacock genuinely hurt me to prove that they don't hurt.
Oh, thanks.
So my hand, it was like I'd gone over my hand. I don't know, say with a pin. Or something say a fork. If I'd laid my hand flat and gone over the palm of it with a fork, and then rubbed excrement into the wound, that's what I came away from there like.
Like a steak hammer, maybe.
Yeah, that to me is what parenthood is all about.
What if you've got rabies or something?
Well, that could still happen. I've noticed that my courting ritual already is much more elaborate than it was on Monday. Oh, much more.
You have got a brighter shirt on today as well. Yeah, maybe you've gone for the plumage.
Yeah, it's got absolute radio purple.
Yeah. And how do you like these dealy boppers I bought?
I love your dealy boppers.
Sparkly, aren't they? What about if I gradually morphed into a peacock?
Oh, I'd love that.
You'd have to think of a way to bring it
Tell
up.
you what, there's a superhero story in this, isn't there?
Yeah, the
There's
peacock.
Spider-Man, but there's no peacock guy.
Do you know, that would make my day.
And if there'd been an incident, say a criminal had been flown from it, thrown off a 16th floor flat or something, smashed, he could stand with his back to the crowd, spray the whole plumage out and say, nothing to see here.
Yes.
Back over his shoulder. Dealy boppers catching the light. Nothing to see here, just move along. And they say, but what about your beautiful plumage? Never mind that. Never mind the plumage. Move along. Little
If you
excerpt there
work
from
in
the
a morph,
peacock. Yes.
I think you would be a very fine peacock.
Thanks very much. I see them as, aren't they quite dandyish creatures?
Oh, yeah, a bit Llewellyn Bowen.
Yeah,
And there's no
they are.
shame in that. I would morph into a chihuahua.
Okay.
Can you not see that? No?
No, not so much.
Okay.
No. I think you're more stately than that.
Am I? Oh, lovely.
Yeah, you don't get stately chihuahuas.
No.
No.
Lioness?
Yeah, I'll go lioness.
I hate lionesses. I
Well,
do.
this is Orcs, isn't it?
A
Why do you hate lionesses?
Because the dress code for a lion clearly is mane. That's what, that's one of their big badges of honour.
Yeah.
Lionesses can't be bothered.
Lovely waist, though.
No, but they look like beige leopards. That's the point. Okay, so thanks so much for listening. If the good Lord spares us and the creeks don't rise, we'll be back again this time next week. Now get out!
The Frank Skinner Show on Absolute Radio. Back Saturday morning from 8. Tune in live for the full Frank experience.
Absolute Radio.